Hey everyone, this is a Two Girls One Quick Look of Contrast for the PS4. Whoop whoop! So I already have a game started, and if you try to start a new game, it just deletes everything, but luckily I think you can start from chapters. If you notice, the ambiance is very, like...
Noir,
but, like, a little bit before noir, right? Because this is cabaret.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Moulin Rouge. It reminds me of that, like, time frame.
Or if you've ever seen the movie Cabaret, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's time for bed, Dee Dee. Go hop in bed. I'll be right in to tuck you in.
So, we were actually streaming this game the other night.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? My mommy's coming. You better hide, or she's gonna catch you.
What's really cool about this is you can't see anyone, just their shadows.
What are you looking at?
I don't think she can see you.
Now promise me you'll be a good girl while I'm out singing.
I promise.
No sneaking out this time. I'll get in trouble.
I promise.
What does that mean?
That's my good girl.
Mommy.
What does it mean that she'll be in trouble?
Mommy has a totally banging body.
I know.
This?
Yeah.
This is out of control.
She's bodacious.
Maybe someday when he's ready. But don't you worry. Mommy always comes back. I'll be home before you even wake up.
Mommy always comes back?
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds so
she's gone.
sad.
She's gonna sing at the Ghost Note tonight. It's the most beautiful cabaret.
Look at our outfit right now.
Come on,
I know.
Don't miss her show.
Holy crap.
As Stacy said earlier, she calls this outfit slutty, which is the cool version of slutty.
It's slutty, but
cool.
But
like it's not like
like I dress like this because I want to, not for attention.
Yeah, she's dressed like this because it looks cool, not because some game designer had a boner for it. Well, probably, but still, it looks cool enough for me to like it.
Oh no, somebody moved the ash cart. Look. I know. You could go down there and move the ash cart, and I could jump down. I'll play here.
Yes,
so
let's jump off the roof.
You can go over there and be a shadow person.
If you guys notice all the shadows moving around with how the light sources are, you can actually move shadows around for the
Wow, I wish I could do that. Could you teach me it?
For the platforming element, because you go into the shadows and you can actually move things around in order to make platforms in the shadows. It's pretty cool.
So in relation to the light source, the shadows will change.
Yeah. So you can either move objects or the light source.
Do you think it was Mommy? She got really mad at me the last time I snuck out. Where did you go for so long? I haven't seen you in 3 weeks. I really wish you had been at my birthday. Daddy missed my birthday.
Daddy misses everything.
Now
this game actually touches on some really
dark stuff.
I wouldn't say it dark, but definitely mature. I mean, it's nothing that kids don't actually deal with, but it's like... But at the same time, we always underestimate what kids can handle. So it's like, is this game for kids? I don't know.
We also underestimate how much they actually pick up on.
Yeah.
I think that goes all the way through to the other street.
This is like the Charlotte's Web of like
you could walk up
video games. See how like she moved that and it created something else? Because I just think it's like, so that they're using the, see how I can just shift in and out between the shadows? It's just interesting how they came up with this mechanic to me.
Come on, we're gonna be late for the show.
Okay.
This kid's bossy.
See you at the Ghost Note.
And you pick up these luminaries.
Luminaries?
Yeah, luminaries. And you can use them to power on like lights in the world. Okay, so see how these gears, where are the gears? See right here, these gears and how they're moving. It's just like this thing, but it projects onto the wall to make something completely different. It's really interesting, and later on in the game, you can actually use the shadows of people who are moving around.
I know.
That
That
like,
was really cool.
technically speaking, it's not anything new because it's basically just moving platforms. But the fact that at the moment, it really blew my mind because it's something that you don't usually put together. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a really creative way of using things that already exist and also the powerful engine of the PS4, in my opinion. There's a difference between this... Oh wait.
They haven't started the show yet. You missed the dancers. They were so beautiful.
We weren't even gone that long.
I want to be a dancer when I grow up. Or an acrobat, like you.
I think you
Did
should go
always
for
wanna be an
acrobat.
I think you
You're
should
so
set your
good.
sights a little higher, kid.
You should be in the circus. Too bad
Are you
nobody
saying
can
I look
see
like
it.
a freak?
Come
For the
on,
circus?
go in.
God, we are so sassy.
I like the way she walks.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Wanna
very...
put on some lights? I promise you'll like the view.
Alright, you don't need to impress us.
Come on, sugar. Help a girl out here. We can't play in the dark.
So this might be kind of nice doing a playthrough where we've actually played this before.
Yeah. Because before we could not figure this out. Okay, so in this world, you can't actually see people. You can only see their shadows.
one's on the
Except for
fritz.
Dee Dee.
Except for Dee Dee.
Hey, Sparky. Could you do something
Who's the
about
little
that
girl?
one too?
And notice how, like, okay, there's this guy, he's moving around, and I have to use that to jump up onto him, and we're in. See, I used the luminaries that I had already, and then it made the spotlight work.
This is just all kinds of sex right here.
Hey, girl.
Ooh.
Girl, your mom is bodacious.
Right away that you would want me. I just never thought you'd harm me. You hold me closely, but now I know you love me mostly. Sorry, Joe. You ain't a lover, you're a house on fire. I'm burning so. You hear that siren coming, baby? I gotta go. You're in my past, Joe. I had my fill. Couldn't last, Joe, baby. I got things. There's no one happy in a house on fire. Why do I hear those sirens going, baby?
Like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, well, we don't need to say anything.
Mesmerized.
Yeah.
But I know I gotta
It makes me curious as to what the
Vent for me,
models look
Charlie,
like.
would ya?
The models for the shadows look like, you know? Because I know that there must be invisible models that are projecting those shadows.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to know what those look like, you know?
Well, for them to get the perspective correct, I would think they would use models.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, like, do they have them at weird positions? I want to see somebody mod the game so I see the models, so I can see what's going on, how they do all that.
That's Daddy.
What are you doing
here.
You're singing good tonight, Ken.
Don't smooth talk me, Johnny. We had an agreement.
Is that what you call it? I never wanted to leave. You kicked me out.
You want money from me, Johnny? Because I'm ducking the landlord.
I don't need a handout, babe. Look at this suit.
You working another one of your famous deals?
This one's big, Cat.
Oh, sure it is. Till it blows up like last time and the time before
Not
that.
this time, babe. I'm gonna make it all up to you.
I gotta get back
okay.
on stage.
Then meet me after. I'm staying at the Excelsior.
But you think you're just gonna jitterbug your way back into our lives with a lot of sweet talk?
It's gonna be better this time, babe. You're gonna see how much better it can be. Room 529, kiddo.
See, who responds to kiddo?
Yeah.
It's not a sexy thing to call a lady.
It's not even sexy or endearing. It's just like kind of weird.
Where is he
Just like,
going? I need to talk to
Kiddo?
him.
That's something you call a child.
Yeah. I guess it's the same as calling someone baby, I guess.
Yeah, but baby is like a well-used term of endearment.
Well, at that time, it was a well-term used term of endearment, kiddo. Like, here's looking at you, kid.
Yeah, I suppose.
One of the downsides of this game is it can be a bit clunky, and there are times when you're like picking things up and
He just
dropping
went through
them.
the gate. I bet he's going to the bar.
When you're
Mommy
picking
said
things up
Daddy
and dropping them, and you just
But
like kind of
that's
bug
not
out
true,
and kind
is
of
it?
float in the air a little
She
bit.
kicked him
Oh,
out.
yeah.
It won't open. But you could break it open. You're pretty strong.
Yeah, so, and also it may look like a
Mom, it's
PS4
this
game,
way.
but it kind of controls like as if you were having like a PlayStation 2 game. So, like, it's not very.
Uh-oh.
I mean, the controls are responsive. It's just kind of like I don't know how to explain. Just not good. Not good.
That's the amazing Vincenzo. He's a world-famous illusionist. What's Daddy
Illusionist.
doing with him?
That's like the cool word for magician.
Yeah. Or the legal word for magician.
Yeah, right?
Come on, Vincenzo. It's just some film footage of your act. Why can't you let me borrow it just overnight?
Because it is my new act and it's top secret, which is why my agent has it safely locked in his office upstairs.
I just want to show it to my investors. They want to get to know you better.
Mr. Fenris, I have performed my illusion act for the King of England and the Emperor of Japan. There are untouchables in India who tell stories of the amazing Vincenzo. If your investors don't know me, they're not in show business.
You think I can't pay you? Look at this suit. I'm staying at the
Oh,
Excelsior
again with the
Hotel.
suit,
I've
buddy.
asked around
Dude, your
about
suit
you,
is
Mr.
not your dick.
Fenris.
Just like calm
People tell
down.
me not to
Relax.
trust you.
And I've asked around about you, Mr. Amazing. You're not as flush as you look. You've got a few debts. Which is why I think you'll perform at the opening night of my circus.
You
Which is
dare
why I'm gonna
accuse me.
threaten
Look,
you.
I made
Yeah.
a beautiful poster. Now I just need to borrow your film reel.
Until I see some earnest money from you, I'm damned if I will lend you the time of day.
All right. I'll get you a check.
Cash.
Cash, don't worry. I'll call you tomorrow.
It's been such a
I'm pretty
pleasure
sure-
meeting with you. Thanks for the drink.
I'm pretty sure the dad is the voice actor for Adam Jensen from Deus Ex Human Revolution, which is a terrible game. I don't care what anyone says. I didn't like it. So here is a feature of the mechanic. So let's say I want to get up there. And so I want to make I can move this light around and move the shadows. And the shadows are what I can use to platform up onto the thing up there to the left. So I want to get up there to the left. So, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what I want to do. So we got that. I think that's good. Is there anything back here that I need to see? Nope. Okay, so I'm going to jump. Come on. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and then a jump. And then we got it. We're up here. So
Dun, dun, dun.
we're gonna stop here. We've basically shown some of the best mechanics. There's other things that they use the same ideas later in the game, and they introduce new things, but I don't want to spoil it for you. But this is basically what the game looks like, and all the different ways you can play. And they're really creative with the shadows and everything. It's just the only downside is it can get a little buggy and clunky.
Yeah, it gets a little more complex later, too.
And they trick you because sometimes the puzzles have nothing to do with shadows.
Oh my god. That hotel.
Like,
yeah.
We were like, what? How do we move this to get
We were
the
stuck on
shadow?
the bottom floor forever, just wandering around in circles looking for what we were supposed to do. Finally, we had to look it up.
Yeah, it was awful, but it was kind of like, oh, you tricked me. Congratulations. But anyway, that was a Two Girls, One Quick Look contrast. Hope you guys had fun. Bye.
Bye.